Hey guys, this is Salman and welcome to your channel Mech Time. As you know, I have covered 4 theory questions on the first module, first chapter, that is curved beam. So you know that I have covered what is curved beam, differences between curved beam and straight beam, and stresses in curved beam. What are the assumptions made in finding stress distribution for a curved flexural member? So we are remained with the stresses in closed ring. This is one type of a small derivation, we can say, because the problem, if you're gonna solve on the closed ring, it will be depend on the derivations on the closed rings. Okay, so very small, it's everything will be there in the data handbook, no need to worry. Okay, even the diagram is also present in the data handbook, so you should not be worried that how to write, how to remember and all. So without wasting time, we'll go. Stresses in closed ring. As you can see, this is a ring. So before I have solved the derivation, I have shown how the stresses in a curved beam appears. So here you can see a stresses in a closed ring. So this is nothing but also this is also called as a, it's an example for a curved beam with a restrained ends. We know that restrained, we know first strain is nothing but change in length by original length. But restrain is nothing but there is some limits to strain. There is some limits to extend. Okay, so that is nothing but restrain. So as you can see the figure, I have given a name to the figure, that is 1.29a, 1.29b, and 1.29c. So you can see now this whole this the diagrams will be present in the your data handbook. As I told, I am referring the data handbook which is by K Mahadvan and K Ballavira Reddy. So you can see on the page number, if you go, you can see a 10 curved beam. So on page number, you can see page number 161, there are diagram for a closed ring tension and closed ring compression. So you know now, did not need to draw everything. Only if you draw the ring like this, you have to just show the force. This you can see a tensile. This is the this position is tensile and this is the compressive, and then you need to draw this. Okay, then everything will be same, and rest all, you the formula and all will be present in this only equation. So I'll start. Okay, as I told, this is an example for the curving with a restrained ends. Section A to A, section A to A. You can see a section A to the at which the load is acting. You can see sometimes there will be a tension load and compressive load on the closed ring. So here there is some load is acting. Okay, we'll consider there is some load is acting. So section B to B is 90-degree away from the point of application of the load, section at which the load acting. So 90-degree away, you can see, and this is 90-degree. Okay, to where the load is acting. So if here is the load acting, it will be 90-degree away. Okay, so there, that is our section B to B. Okay, now the bending moment at any cross section area of the ring for the tensile load is given by F or 1 by pi minus half into sine theta. You need to remember this. Only this, if you remember everything is present in the data handbook. Only you need to remember that the bending moment at any cross sections of the ring for a tensile load. Now we are seeing for only tensile load. Next we'll see, we'll find the maximum stress at the bending moment, and maximum stress at the bending moment at inner fiber, outer fiber. Okay, so we are similarly we are gonna find for the tensile and compressive. So you can see here the bending moment at any cross sections of the ring for a tensile load is given by Fr 1 by pi minus half into sine theta. Now from figure 1.29c at section A to A, theta is equals to 0 degree. As you can see the figure 1.29c, so you need to start with the from figure 1.29c. Okay, at section A to A. Where is section A to A? So this is our section A to A. How much it is? Theta is nothing but a 0 degree. As you can see, theta is nothing but a 0 degree. So MB at so bending moment at a section A to A, that is MBA, is equals to plus 0.318 FR. So positive sign will be for, you can see a positive sign, that will be for tensile load, and it is present in the data handbook. I'll show. Okay, 0.318. You can see here, and they have mentioned maximum moment for a circular ring at the point of application of the load, that is when theta is equals to 0. Okay, theta is equals to 0 degree. So it's there. We are finding for tension, I told. Therefore M max is equals to 0.318 Fr. Okay. It's there in the equation 10.5 and page number 160. So I'll write here equation 10.5, page number 160. Okay. So I told the bending moment at any cross section for tensile, you need to write this. Then directly you go with this, and at section bending moment at section A to 8, because theta is equals to 0, you need to write the formula which is present in the data handbook, whether theta is equals to 0 degree for tension, and for compressive negative sign will come instead of positive. Okay. Now at section B to B, theta is equals to 90 degree. So bending moment at section B to B, MBB is equals to minus 0.182 Fr. So you can see here for tensile only it is okay. Here it's for tensile it is negative. They have told another maximum moment for a circular ring at a point 90 degree away from the point of application of the load, that is when theta is equals to 90 degree. For 90 degree bending moment if you apply, that is 0. At section B to B, that is minus 0.182 that is Fr. And for this is for compression, and it's there in the page number 161, equation number 10.6. Everything is there in the data handbook. You need to just remember where to, how to solve. Okay, how to write equation 10.6, page number 161. Now direct stress at any cross section. Now we are finding DD for the horizontal and vertical. So section DD we are finding. So direct stress at any cross section, the DD at an angle theta with a horizontal. Now we are finding it from figure 1.29b. Here we have solved A to A. We have seen A to A, where from which 1.29c. Now D to D from 1.29b. So direct stress, we know that normally direct stress is nothing but sigma D is equals to F by A. So here you can see sigma D is nothing but F cos theta by 2A. So here you can see 1.29b direct stress is nothing but F cos theta by 2A. So F cos theta, where is D? Okay, so this is D for a horizontal. Horizontal is nothing but this position for this. Okay, now direct stress at cross section D to D at an angle theta with horizontal, sigma D is equals to F cos theta 2A. Now similarly, if it is for a vertical, how it will be? Sigma D is equals to F sin theta by 2A. Okay, you can see direct stress at any cross section DD at an angle theta with vertical, sigma D is equals to F sin theta 2A from figure same. Now I have changed the figure for it because here you can see here the angle theta is from here, okay, from the horizontal, but the angle is from the A to A section. Okay, so therefore it will be a sine. Now direct stress here. Now general expression for the bending moment at any cross section DD at an angle theta with the vertical is given in the data handbook. General expression is given in the data handbook, as you can see here. The closed rings bending moment at any section of a closed ring, M is equals to MA plus half FR 1 minus sin theta. This is only also for tension. Okay, you need to remember this formula and equation this. Okay, you need to remember this much only. Okay, now what they have told, this is M is equals to, this is general expression. Please remember this, this is the general expression, and you need to write up to here only, no need to write this. Okay, because we are seeing for tension. Okay, so this is there in the data handbook, equation 10.4, page number 160. Okay, Now we need to find the bending moment. Okay, bending moment for section A to A, then bending moment for section B to B, then your whole or derivation will be completed. You can tell it as a derivation, or else if you want to solve the problems, this is very important on the close ring. Okay, to solve the problems on a close ring, problems are also very easy. Okay, as compared to the problems of curved beam, these are very easy. Okay, so bending at section A to A, bending moment MBA is equals to plus 0.38 plus or minus 0.38 FR. It is there in the data handbook I told. Okay, so it's same equation number 10.5, page number 160. Okay, now we need to find the maximum stress at the inner fiber for section A, maximum stress at the outer fiber for section A. Okay, similarly at section BB, bending moment, maximum stress at the inner fiber at section B, maximum stress at the outer fiber at section B. Okay, so inner fiber sigma, we know normal equation for bending moment, maximum stress, that is MB Ci by AERI. You have seen in the while solving the problem of a curved beam, but you need to just add the A, okay, because it is inner. Okay, inner fiber. And similarly for outer fiber, MBACO. Okay, CO is nothing but outer. Okay, CI nothing but inner. Okay, now similarly, at section B to B, bending moment MBB is equals to plus minus 0.182 FR. This is also I have told that it is there in the data handbook. You can see here. Only we are finding for tension, no compression. Okay, you have to just show that plus or minus, because you can easily solve the problem according to the load given. Okay, so plus or minus 0.182 FR, it is there in the data handbook, that is page number 161. Okay, equation number 10.6. Okay, now same maximum stress at the inner fiber, sigma RIB, that is F by 2A, plus or minus MBCI AERI. Why I have taken F by 2A, I'll show you. You can see, here I have told for section B to B. Okay, for section B to B, it is there, the section B to B, they have given the name A to A. So here section B to B is nothing but, you can see F by 2. So F by 2. So you need to just write, because for section A to A directly we have wrote that MB into CI, MB into C divided by AER. Okay, so you can do here. So it is for section B, F by 2A plus or minus MBB CI by AERI. Similarly for at a section outer fiber, sigma ROB is equals to plus or minus MBB CO AER. As it is not much important, this derivation is not much important. I have not seen these questions came in the examination, but to solve the problem you need to know why we have from where we are taking the formula, what is the equation number and what is the page number. Okay, so this much only, this is not much important, so I have not explained in brief, I am telling again and again. So we have complete with the every theory questions. Okay, so we have complete with the 5 theory questions of the first module, first chapter. In the next video you will be seeing, I will be solving the problems on the stresses in a closed string. So thank you for watching, have a good day.